Good morning, everyone. Paul Whittle here with American Allstar Realty. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us today. Wanted to talk a little bit about one of the opportunities that exists in the Phoenix metro market that is really being underutilized right now, and that is the availability and increase of the number of HUD owned homes that are available for sale on the market. HUD owned homes are properties that have reverted to the U.S. Department of HUD through a series of events that happens stemming from an FHA loan that goes into default. And the FHA loan is insured by the U.S. Department of HUD, and HUD ultimately acquires those properties and resells them to the public. What a lot of people don't understand is that when you find and are interested in a HUD owned home, you need to seek out the counsel and advice of a real estate broker. And specifically with HUD owned homes, the real estate broker needs to have what's called an NAID number. So it's not just a matter of finding the property and submitting an offer like you would on a traditional home that's owned by, Jane and Mary Smith down the street. This is purchasing a property from the government, and there's just a series of steps that need to be put in place in advance, and you need to do a little bit of preparation. So my intent here today is to make you, number one, aware of that, and number two, give you the resource on where you can accomplish that registration. Now, it is the real estate broker of the company that needs to register for that NAID number. So every real estate brokerage is only going to have one of those numbers. Once the broker has that NAID number, then he can add agents to his NAID number and they can submit bids on behalf of their client. So it's very simple to do, but it does take preparation, and it does take making sure that you have that done in advance before you submit a bid for one of the HUD owned properties. So my advice is, as that inventory increases, get ahead of the curve and go ahead and submit and apply for that today. There is a link in the comments of this video that takes you to the webpage and a guide that will walk you through all of the steps. It's fairly simple. It only takes a couple of minutes to do, but it is something that needs to be done in advance, because the last thing that you want to have happen is have your client find a HUD owned property and you're unable to execute it for them because you don't have that NAID number in place. So again, go to the link that's in the description and complete those steps. If you're a real estate agent and your broker doesn't have an NAID number or doesn't know if they have an NAID number, they can also look up their brokerage on that website to see if it is active or if it needs to be renewed. That number has to be renewed every year. It needs to be done annually. So it's always a good maintenance item just to do once a year. Make sure that it is active and available and you're able to participate in those properties that a lot of other real estate members in our community aren't able to take advantage of because they haven't taken these steps. If I can ever offer any assistance or guidance, please feel free to reach out to me. Again, Paul Whittle, American All-Star Realty. My contact information, is in the comments. Would love to hear from you. Make it a great day, everyone.